Alright guys, today we're going to spend, I've got 55k Sparta points, so we spend about maybe 25k or 30k of that. I think it'd be a reasonable amount, just because we've now got the Dismantler available in the city of Rome. So I'm going to go through and try and pull some good epics and legendaries. Whatever I don't need, we're going to feed straight to the Dismantler. So on top of that, we've also recently had the addition of an extra warehouse space. So you get 6 per city now. So you're going to have 5 these 24 slot storehouses, warehouses, and a 16 slot starting one. And I know it'd be nice if this could also be a 24 slot, but at the same time, apparently it's a big fuck around to actually increase the size of the starting inventory in a lot of games, World of Warcraft included, funnily enough, which is why Blizzard doesn't actually increase the starting bag from 16 spaces up to, 24 or 32. They'd rather just increase the size of bags you can actually just purchase or craft. So funnily enough, that's a similarity between AoEO and WoW. But we'll get to it. I've marked out 100 inventory spaces, so the Roman Recon Man. We'll use him as a bit of a spacer. 100 inventory slots here. So you get stuck straight into it, so able to spend, so work out to 5k Sparta points at a time doing this. We started at just over 55k. Let's see what we're going to get here. Probably don't need to spam as much. Myself, a strain injury pushing the mouse as quickly. I'm not even playing the game, I'm just unboxing shit. Like, how pathetic would that be? Oh, I can't play video games anymore, I've hurt my hand clicking chests in AoEO. So, let's have a look. So the legendary drop chance is actually really nice from these. And I'm already pulling some rares upwards, some epics, legendaries, and some crafting related stuff. Not a huge amount of legendaries so far though. No, because they're epics. It's sort of hard because no one actually can instantly check every single item in the game just based off color, because there are some unique equipment slots that are only shared by 1 to 2 civilizations, like axes being for Norse and Egyptian and Celt, for instance. Or say belly bows being only for Greeks and Romans. So there's quite a number of civs where that's the case. So we've got a number of plans. Actually, QQ, we've got too many. Because I know most of these I'm going to already have. Unfortunately, I can't stick them in the Dismantler. Not at this stage, I believe. So what are we left with? A lot of blues, which I really can't be fucked to decraft, because you're only going to get uncommon and rare mats, which just aren't really worth anywhere near what your epic materials and the new legendary materials are worth. Well, I've got a better roll version of that, so let's go in the bin. See what have I got in the bowman? Oh, flat damage. Yeah, I probably want to keep that. So most of the blues I can just chuck straight in the bin, not have to worry about at this stage. Not quite everyone's going to be at this stage. A lot of players, myself included, for a long time. Back to that though, it might be better rolled than what I've already got. It is. I mean, the building damage, it's really... Unless I'm going mass bowman, building damage is sort of inconsequential, but having damage to actually clean shit up, regular units, definitely nice to have. near range. We'll actually just get some of those advisors away. Seems I've got all of them. So these two. All the epics, legendaries will hold on to, because I can just decraft them. Unless they're actually an upgrade piece. So from 50 chests, we've actually got a reasonable amount of stuff. These are nice, but at the same time, it'd be nice to have Hadrian's Wall, just for the cost reduction that that offers. So probably could just chuck it on a cheaper structure like watch posts or houses, and this would still be a nice upgrade. Like houses can't do damage, for instance. And 1% cost reduction is not a huge amount, so it doesn't really matter. Really only on the wonder is that going to be a significant amount of resources. Chuck that on there, I guess. Destroy away. Do I actually need any more of these on across my civs? Probably not, so I might as well just deconstruct that. It's worse than what I've got. Chuck that away. This is nice though. I do want to put it on the wonder because it's bigger. It's worth more than on the other structures, but at the same time, you build them less often, so it's on like farms. It's actually probably more important because you're always going to be making farms. All the Titan's not really in. Bit of a loss losing that cost reduction and the damage. Obviously, these buildings don't deal any damage, but I guess it is overall an upgrade just because it's so much health. It just means that your shit's not going to get pushed in as quick. So we'll go through, take a quick trip back to the home city. Get all these advisors used. Perfect. I've still got a fair bit of inventory space, which is good. So I'm going to have to do a couple of round trips. So I have to do 6 trips overall to go through 30k Sparta points. Might only make it 25. Now we'll go city of Rome and we'll get some dismantling going on. Give me those tasty rewards. Actually, this is an upgrade. Nice, we'll just chew up the other one then. That all got. Yeah, they've all got epics, legendaries. That range bonus is actually pretty nice in the Scorpio, isn't it? Yeah, I can sort of vet my epics here at this stage while I'm going through. Just deconstructing everything. Like keeping a backup. Nah, not bothered then. I lose 0.1 damage, but I gain 0.1 crit, and I gain the health, so technically this is a better piece. It's equally rolled. It's worse rolled, so It's definitely going in the bin. Oh yeah, that's just the downscaled version. I mean, you get a little bit of health over it, but you lose damage, and damage is actually worth more overall. Like, 1% damage is worth slightly more than 1% health in gearing, generally. And that's not going to be any use. Sidon's flank plates. Was rolled. I wonder if this is better off. Oh, and saying that, these guys have got a pretty slow health regen. So going for EHP over HP is probably a good thing to do with them. Whereas Galax, they don't heal. So I think nearly 70% health is going to be pretty impactful. I mean, obviously, being pretty much immune to Spearmen because of Ra's gem-studded armor is nice, but against, well, any sort of range damage, Poseidon's is the way to go. I mean, these guys are a counter cavalry anyway, so melee cav armor, that's useful, so it's a bonus damage protection, but I think Poseidon's flank plates is actually a more solid all-round piece, just because, yeah, you get the benefit of having increased health against ranged. Well, that's a lot stronger. Pair of these with a high roll, that's really good. Let's go bin. I think I was just betting those. Alright, so all this stuff, just go through, finish dismantling. Oops, get ahead of myself now. Would be nice to have these auto stack, but apparently it's just another thing that's a bit of a pain in the ass to actually try and code into the game. Because we're a volunteer project comprising of people whose experience developing games is in this solely. It's pretty impressive. Actually, I take that back. I think one or two of the guys have a bit of experience with their own indie projects. This was going to be the worst roll. I don't think they roll lower than 55.5. They roll up to like 59.9 though. Finally, some legendary materials here. Keep them up. Right, well, we'll have to combine all this crap. There is quite a bit of crap, for lack of a better word. Don't have any obsidian in the bank. It's actually very unusual, I think. Iron, we've got gold, we got Archimedes tools. What else we got? We have Arctic fur, white honey. I've already got ebony planks. I've already got iron. I've already got. Money. Gaiacan planks. Diamonds. Red plates. Get some of those. Spices. Concrete. Muslin cloth. fine leather. Iron, gold. Oh yeah, sweet. Starting to repeat myself there. Not to be too meticulous about all this, but so what do I grab the concrete for? Idiot. Just making sure I'm not using up all the inventory space. I eliminated codexes. Don't actually have any. So all my Norse. So I've got some of these resources actually tucked away on my Norse because they're sort of the crafting sieve I've got with craftsman and engineering. So they produce all the stuff that's good for my villages, caravans, and trade ships? No, they do trade ship stuff. Mainly villages and caravans. Anyway, we'll go back to Sparta. I'll spend a little bit more Sparta points. I might not actually go all the way to 30k. We'll see how we go. A bit tedious actually, doing 100 chests at once. Oh, don't go too quick, I'll give myself strain injury. Have to take months off PvP again. So we got about 15k gold out of doing this, as well as got a number of things to dismantle. So you got about 15k worth of crap for each 5k Sparta points you spend, as well as some these plans, and some epics and legendaries. Yeah, I mean I shouldn't call the rares crap because I'm sort of at the stage where they're really unnecessary for me, but yeah, essentially they just get sold rather than dismantled. Oh sweet, I gotta get some of these advisors down. These are going to get on alternate sieves. Fucking hell, I've only just sorted all my crafting plans across my sieves. Oh, that's a nice find. The rare plans just aren't worth anywhere near as much as the epic plans. And when the legendary plans come out, I don't expect them to be particularly cheap at all. Might even just chuck these in the bag. Can't use them on Romans. That's a Roman only, so that's getting fucking sold. Stephanos, he's cross Civ. Pamphilos, he's cross Civ. Namor's obviously not. Back up the rest of these plans. Alright, so we get rid of the chaff. Oh. Have I actually got that on my Norse? I don't know if I have. Be a nice find. Even if I do have them on my Norse, I can always just sell that and it'll probably be worth 10 to 20k, so that's either way a pretty good pull. Whoa, reduced build time, that's pretty sick. Well, build time sort of works out to be very much like cost. Because even though cost hits straight off the bat, you don't need the resources. Build time's going to cost you while you're building the building. Like, the quicker you can build it, obviously, the quicker that villager can then get back to work, and then keep gathering for you, drop off some more resources. So it pretty much translates to cost as well, except that rather than being a direct conversion, it's more, well, how many resources is it? How many seconds is it going to save you? I mean, rather than being about how many resources it's going to save you, it's how many seconds it's going to save you, and then times that by, you know, like 1 or 1.1 to actually figure out how many resources it's going to cost you. Or save you, because it'll build faster. It's got a good haul of shit. I won't need that. What have I got on my scout, actually? Oh, that's right, it's for soldiers, not scouts. That's fucking useless then, isn't it? I don't know why I'm using Tablet of the Dead, but oh, I've got a 6 demon bag there. Trying to put wolf health and damage. I really want to keep the damage. I mean, I know it sounds like a huge amount of health, but you know, 50% of 100 health is only 50 health. It's not like it's 50% of 400 or 500 health where it actually is, holy shit, what a massive gain. So, I don't even know if I want to bother with China the Wolf. I should. At the same time, I'm already damage stacking. I guess I'm also getting health there. Ah, fuck, we'll do it anyway. Why not? Scrap that. Any legendary, so we'll scrap that. Oh, this is... And there's health and damage and crit, so that gets equipped. They're just rubbish. This is really only useful for the tanking stat. Rubbish. What have we got on these guys? I could pop this on actually. This may actually be more useful. Oh fuck it, that's not great for him anyway. This is my siege ship, so I desperately want to keep the highest range rolled arrows I can on them. Whereas the Liburnian, because it's actually a warship, oh, they're identical stats anyway, doesn't really matter. Oh, fuck it, it's an upgrade for the fishing boat, but it doesn't really matter. A slight downgrade there. More damage, more range, lose out the speed. But, I mean, we're talking 0.5% of speed versus 5% damage almost. And a slight range boost, so we'll go on that. I really don't want to use plus health on Bowman. Again. These are just, because it's melee infantry armor, not just damage protection in general. I think this may be worth it. Drops me down in item level, but I really don't care. Right here, 56.2, that's lower. 54, Jesus, that's awful. Didn't think it got that low. Cap bonus damage, Jesus Christ, that's useless. Well, build time reduction is really nice to have on wonders as well, because they take fucking so long to build. Even though it'd be a big cost saving, it's probably the best building to have cost reduction on, other than maybe Temple of Ptah for the Egyptians, because that age 4 cost is pretty ridiculous without the age 3 advisor to reduce age 4 cost on Osiferous. And if you've got him, then you're obviously sacrificing to have him, and on top of that, having more cost reduction on top of that just makes it crazy cheap. So same damage, same range and crit, more damage, that's an upgrade. The rest of these I'm going to end up getting rid of. Having that movement speed is actually pretty nice on siege units because they're slow as fuck. Downgrade, downgrade. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. Go back to the Dismantler. Close that. The City of Rome it is. Just doing something quickly in the background and we'll tab back in. We're playing Raid Shadow Legends, kids! Alright, so meanwhile, back at the Dismantler. Oh, I've only made about 11k coin profit this time, but I've got a lot of crafting plans to go through, which I'll be able to vendor any excess I don't need, or even try and sell any of the epic or legendary ones. So I might be able to get a pretty penny out of those. So not all hope is lost here. Oh, this is pretty cool. So this is a complete spreadsheet actually. This was added in the most recent patch, so the second one that's been in, one that's basically been the second patch to have this Dismantler. Not including only just quick hotfix patches, and it gives you a full rundown, a quick rundown of each of the materials associated with a particular craft type. And this is actually just the overall setup here, independent of a breakdown. It's just got all the resource types. There's a basic and advanced version of each tier, other than the common ones, which only have a basic, and other than legendary, which only have an advanced tier. Otherwise, the rest of them, yeah, you've essentially got your more common ones that are easier to produce, and then your slower producing ones that actually required quite a grind to get the crafting plan to get. Whereas, I think so your uncommon ones, uncommon basics, you actually get towards your common basics at your workshops? No. Oh no, that's right. So these and these are the ones that you start up with your workshops, and the rest of them just require plans. And the plans for the legendary ones aren't out just yet, but they will be probably in one of the more near-term upcoming content patches. But there is a rework coming for Tarsos first. So the initial expansion region for Persia, not a Celeste one, but Celeste have actually, added all the Bahram stuff there. It's getting a bit of a rework, a bit more addition to the city, more quests, more legendary quests, and all that sort of thing. It's kind of cool. Sorry about the noise. The priests are just trying to turn the sheep from Rome into a berserker or a centurion or something. got some people just enjoying their time off work, having a fish. Man, they must really be enjoying themselves. They've been fishing there for months. Actually, shit, it's been like 2 years since the Romans were released. So they've been fishing there for a good while now. I hope they've still got jobs to go back to. I got more epics this time around. I seem to be doing a bit more crafting here. Or more dismantling this time. Not that I'm complaining, because yeah, these materials take a fucking lot of time to grind for. Because when you're doing legendaries, you're getting 2 epics and a legendary. When you're doing epics, you're getting 2 epics and a rare. But yeah, like doing a legendary, you've got advanced epic, basic epic, and legendary material. Doing epics, you've got advanced epic, basic epic, and a rare material. So we'll fuck this off. Put all this away. How's that for epic materials though? Like that's a reasonable amount right there, eh? Look at that, fucking juicy. Big shout out to the devs for increasing the max capacities of these that you can stack up. What do you mean no room is available? Don't fucking lie to me. Do you know who you are addressing right now? No? Well, that's probably for the best. Right, now I need to now put all this away. I'm starting to run out of carry capacity here, so I'll have to be mindful. What else we gotta get out here? Plates. Vitruvius tools. What's the other one? Muslim cloth. Silk cloth, I'll put it out. Almost. Oh yeah, got out my obsidian. Oh, concrete. There's another one. Where the fuck's that? Iron. Splices. Archimedes tools. Can I read about my illuminated codexes? No. Need those. Diamonds. Fuck, they get too bad. White honey. Did I grab any of that out? No, I didn't. Arcan planks, we'll grab those. So we're starting to put together a bit more of an inventory here. Grab my silk cloth then, didn't I? No. Quick, cover the screen, the Silk Mafia are watching. Got that, got that. Yeah, nah, sweet, that's all done. So we are 10k Sparta points down right now. Let's get 15k down. Hold up guys, gotta play a bit more Raid Shadow Legends quickly. And by playing I mean click the mouse 3 times. So, what are we doing here? Spartan large chests, 100. An unknown item waits for you inside this chest. Come on guys, let's get something a bit more dramatic there. What exactly? I do not know. Actually, what I should do is see what those legendary crafting plans I pulled are going to sell for a bit of a more accurate valuation. What's going on here? There we go, 100. So that's 300 of these bloody things. We got Nets of the Sun. Where was it? Did I get an epic? Oh, I already listed it, that's right. Yeah, so we'll see what Nets of the Sun's actually worth. So I have no idea. Oh, actually, I gotta check and see if I've even got it on my Norse. So it'll be 2 sec. Quick, steal this password. We'll play a bit more Raid Shadow Legends while we're loading. Click, click, click. Alright, we're all done. Game solved. Gameplay experienced. So, do I... Oh, I still need to get it. Okay. What's it actually worth? I mean, I'm going to use it, but if we go... Craftsman, recipes, here, legendary... 35k is the only listing, so we can estimate it's probably worth about that much. Oh fuck, alright. I'll pop that there, I'll use it next time I go back. I was actually originally going to do this on my Norse, and I marked out 50 inventory spaces and I went fuck it. We'll do 100, we'll jump on my Romans and I won't have to worry about sorting out what I was currently stacking for crafts. But this is going to mean I'm actually going to have to start keeping my diamonds and my fox furs on this civ, and also burn through even more arc tools in order to craft that. Yeah, that's right, this is a recipe I've actually been meaning to try and get for a while. Let's see, what have I got? I've literally got fucking... I'm a Norse. 972 gear score out of 1,000. And I don't have anything higher than fucking blue fishing nets, man. Blue fishing nets. What a fucking noob. What an absolute noob. Lol lol lol, you filthy scrub. Okay, so I'm gonna have to start hoarding all this on my Norse too. Just to be able to produce enough of these. And this is going to destroy my arc tools. Because I'm already crafting. Okay. Go back. So I'm crafting slidings for my ships. I'm crafting wines. I'm not really bothered with traders contracts. Because I mean the snare resist is pretty, I don't really care. Movement speed's good, but at the same time having that plus train time or cost reduction would be ideal. So yeah. But anyway, we'll jump back on Romans. Now that we go, we'll just fucking use this. Sandwich. There we go. Nice. We'll go back on the Romans. Oh no, the server's been DDoS because you logged in too quickly. So you spent 15k Sparta points. This is the third set we're going through now. How much inventory space have we left? Oh fuck, 25, not a lot. What I'll probably do here is probably pull out all my rare advanced materials recipes and just do away with them, bin them, destroy them. Right, so I'll head back to capital, just because that's going to mean we can actually use any of these advisors that I pull. So, what else are we doing? Yeah, the rare plans. I don't think these are going to be worth a huge amount. The epics are going to be worth a fuckload. And like rare gear plans may still be worth something. I'm mostly just holding on to all these because I want to just make sure, like I'm a bit of a completionist, it'd be nice to basically have every rare and epic plan in the game and then eventually work on the legendary ones when they all come out. So crafting recipes, materials, rare, what are these all worth? Yeah, so they're about a each. It's not you know, a complete nothing, but at the same time it's like, well, there's already a bit of a market for them, so Cardamando, I'm just gonna fucking vendor that. Tomb, we'll vendor that. Anything below like 27 days, I just generally vendor. It's already been sitting there long enough. Might leave Cabo there. Yeah, nothing below 29 days. Holy crap, I'm running out of inventory space. Bin. This means I can vendor a bit more. Well, not vendor, sorry. List a little bit more. So bitumen glue. Don't want to devalue that too much. Undercut him by 1 gold. That's right. Gemstones will undercut him by 1 coin. That's right. Vellum scripts. Undercut that by 1 coin. That's right. I'm gonna vendor all these blues. Oh, actually. So, on the Sephiroth. If I haven't got him on everyone, it'd be nice to have him at least rare on everyone, because he's a really useful advisor on any that don't really, any sort of setup that doesn't really require you to have a dedicated age 3 advisor, because you can just ultimately get to age 4 a lot quicker. A lot of the time with infantry builds it's not so good because you want Pamphalos to help you clear down buildings, but for a lot of the cavalry and range setups it is fairly viable age 3 advice because it just gets you going so quickly. Just that. Nanus is really nice to have. Yeah, that's rubbish. Oh, what am I doing? I can scrap that, can't I? Start pulling some really nice stuff here. I mean, I already have to an extent. I'm just sort of spoiled, got the luxury of being overgeared. And most of the content. Two of those bloody things. Probably just vendor one. Actually pulled a good number of legendaries this time. A bit more than the last couple of times. Or definitely more than the first time. That second time I think I pulled a pretty similar amount to this. So I haven't got iron ingots listed. So there'll be another listing of those. I'll just find the last one. There's no point cluttering the market of them. So we'll go through, that's rubbish. It's a slight downgrade, so that's also rubbish. I think this is really going to be an upgrade for March. Good amount of trade on this. Slightly less speed though. I don't know what's going to be better there. Because I mean, the beauty of speed is the quicker it ticks up, the easier it is to actually manage spending it. But in saying that, that's a good amount of trade on it. I mean, it's still worse than the other one. So I haven't gotten any of these away. Let's pull all of them out. We'll just compare them. I've fucking got a lot of these now, haven't I? So 3.2 is my highest speed, other than that's a 3.3. The trade's only 15.5. 3.2, 6.2, 3.1, 6.3, 3.2, 6.3. So they're my rubbishest ones. So this might be a good compromise. 0.1 movement speed. I gain 6% trade. Between them there is what? 0.1 movement speed again. But 8.8% trade. So this might actually be the best lot there, really. Because yeah, slightly less. It'd be nice to just have 13.4. Oh, 3.4 and 16.3. Like what I've got on the Ox. Either way. We'll survive. Oh, cost reduction, so I won't build time on that actually. Let's see. It's nice getting all these cost reduction balls. Let's go straight in the bin. So that's an upgrade for that. If the movement speed was any better, you could argue that this would be good on Rams, but just because it's so low, don't think it is. Got a loo? No, I don't. Oh, I might as well scrap it. Doesn't matter all that much. Down roll. Even. That's an upgrade there. Must be nice, actually, on. I don't know what's best on here. Probably least useful in Castellum, because you've actually got to have shit garrison in Castellum in PvE. In PvP, they've actually got an attack innate, I think. Well, they used to, but they might have removed that because it was fucking annoying. So that's just an upgrade over that, really. Okay, fuck it, I'll just bin the Theseus. What here? Honestly, I think this is what I was talking about earlier with damaging generally being worth more 1-to-1 than hell, but like Rostam, I don't know, I don't really feel like it's much of an upgrade over anything here, except for like Lycurgus, really. I haven't really got any crit on these guys, do I? Might be nice to build a bit more crit on them. Same thing with these guys, have got no crit, so probably should get a bit more, make them a bit more spiky. Yeah, fuck it, we'll do that. I don't really want to sacrifice the damage on those. Oh, that's right, that might have been the one I traded from originally. Even. Fuck, we'll just gear school pad with that, even though it's half that stat is useless. What are we doing here? Well, that's not what I want, but this could be good. Cost and build time reduction. More production on those. I wonder if this is more worthwhile on another civilization. Possibly. Because I mean, I could use that there because it's an upgrade, but at the same time, then I'm just only going to end up having to deconstruct the other one. What, 0.5% cost reduction on my fucking wonder. So I don't know if that's really worth it. I mean, I could probably try and sneak it onto one of these two, do the same thing. Otherwise, I mean, I guess it's nice having the flexibility with cheap storehouses, even though they take slightly longer to build. Don't want to do it. Yeah, fuck it, we will. Live on the edge. Yeah, this is going to be an upgraded version of that. We'll go with that. That's shit. What do we got here? Good crit on this, but the other stats are pretty shit. Yeah, but this was a downgrade. Don't need that. And all the rest of this pretty much accounted for. So we're going to go City of Rome. And we'll play some Raid Shadow Legends in the background while we wait. Let's try to click it. Drag and drop. So, I mean, this has taken me nearly an hour to get through 15k, so I don't think I'll go all the way to 30k. Especially if I'm really starting to run out of inventory space. With the sheer amount of crafting plans and shit that I've picked up. I mean, I'm not banking any epics or legendaries here. Actually, removed a couple of epics. That gives me quite a good number of Ostane stones. Oh, I didn't check the heavy spear. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, fuck, we'll deconstruct it. I need the mats. When in doubt, just deconstruct the fucking thing. Why not? Sorry, dismantle the fucking thing. Why not? We'll do one last lot of these and then I'm going to go take a break or actually play. Because we've done about an hour's worth of fucking dismantling and unboxing here. Got heaps of construction additions. So I haven't really had much in the... Oh, I've had a little bit in the way of reinforced construction. It's just no legendaries, which is sort of a shame. I need no space in my inventory. Have I broken the dismantle, have I? Oh shit. Must be bugged because I've actually fucking pulled it out, or maybe I've just destroyed the dismantler. Whoops. Sorry guys. Dismantler cancelled. Let's pack up and go home. Alright, sweet, it's not gonna skits out. Maybe we'll have to keep fat fingering stuff. Can't actually remember what that had in it, so. Don't bother me. Hmm? Fuck yeah, I'm getting a lot of silk cloth out of this, which is never, ever a bad thing. Man, playing this game sometimes really is a fucking arm workout and a half, isn't it? Alright, what do we got here? None of that can really be combined. Cool. That's right, we won't have diamonds because I got them out earlier. Can you shut up there, cunt? This Greek Roman villager keeps calling out some shit that sounds like help almost. It's like, nah mate, I'm not in the quest right now. Wait until I'm back on the clock, please. I'm serious, man. Hey, if you're not paying me to help you, I ain't helping you. Alright, that should be everything there. Oops, I'm done. Actually gonna have my warehouse open to put stuff in it. Holy fuck, I have a lot of crafting plans to go through. I am dreading that very thing. Same with going through all my civs. Just to use the advisors. I'd only just done that earlier today. I've set myself up for failure a bit. What are we doing? I'm gonna pull another 100 chests. See how we go. Surely I can get some legendary reinforced construction pieces here. So, to take me to 20k Spartan large chests, or 400 of the bloody things. Hey kids, do you want to turn 20k Sparta points to 40k gold? And a bunch of shit you'll never use? Yes, sign me up. What else we got here? Legendary bow. Praying it's good. How good? Oh, fuck's sake. Give me the cost reduction one, please. Thank you. Man, I'm gonna let out the biggest fart. Don't you hate when you gotta let out the biggest fart? Do I have Xerxes on? No, Persians. I hope I do, just so I can sell that. Because I like gold. Gold is nice. I've gotten a Rastos earlier, didn't I? Pretty sure I'll have those. But it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm gonna run out of inventory space. This was always gonna happen. So what I can do is just bank up the last couple of... Oh no, there we go. Jump straight on Celt, because Celt are always going to get slightly more drops than the others with crafting, because you'll have metalworking on them. They're the only civ that can have metalworking, and it seems to have the most fucking consumable crafting plans. Oh, my cat's still asleep beside me. Doing a good job today of actually keeping still. Jumping all over me. Already died at disadvantage. That's a shame. I'll probably sell that for a pretty penny. Where we got that, so it's gonna go in the bin. Oh, nice. Auction those. The end of these. It's not really an auction, is it? It's just a listing. What are we doing? It's 4 epic. Oh, here's a Vercingetorix. At 2.9k, we'll list him for. Okay, 3k. Okay, H3. What else we got here? Attain. So where is she? We get away with that 4.5k. Do that. Should I go through the crafting plans? No, not yet. So I've got fucking several hundred crafting plans here. Okay, bit of an exaggeration. Probably about more like 80. And like I said, about half of them are going to be either infantry or metalworking. As I'm pretty sure swords fall under infantry. And metalworking covers a lot of global buffs as well as Celt exclusive craftables. Yeah, I found a lot of shit here. Sorry to call it shit when you've been nerding it out in the game this long. Just about everything ends up being shit. We got another. Oh yeah. Light spears are considered infantry, heavy spears are considered cavalry. What's the logic in it? I couldn't answer that. So do I actually need any... Oh, I needed one of them. So 1 out of 6 epics, and not a single one of the rares. It's useful to me then. This way I got inventory space to actually finish off the last of my fucking storage here. But hey, this has already made me 40k, so I'm happy about that. Who wouldn't be happy about that? It's also wasted an hour of my life. Alright. Oh, that's right, I gotta check on Persia about that. Because that could really top off all of this whole exercise. If I haven't got that, then suddenly I put myself well ahead, and if I have got it, well, I'm gonna make fucking bank today, boys and girls. Put away as many crafting plans as we just pulled out. Fucking bin the rest of these crappy blues. So that's probably worth something reasonable as well. But this will probably do it. Oh! So I didn't get any Master Assassin's gauntlets in 400 chests, which is kind of shit, as well as no cost reduction wall joins in Legendary. I don't think. Reinforced constructions in Legendary. Do you get construction additions in Legendary? But I think they're a little bit more common anyway. But yeah, overall, not too sure how to feel about this. It's a confused feeling. So we'll sell Caver. And we'll list this crafting recipes, materials, epic, gold ingots. 5k? 5k? I suppose it is only the basic version, so. Whereas like if it was something like, oh, even Illuminated Codex is down to 8. Philos, sorry, down to 7. Silk Cloth down to 5. Alright, well. Poor old Silk Mafia, we can't all make a fortune anymore. Guys, quit chasing him out of the game, I want to be rich. Let's have a bit of a look here. Nah, it's honestly pretty shitty. Actian. So this would be nice on towers, just because they can't move, and on forts and town centers. So just having that range honestly ends up being a little bit more useful than having the tiniest bit more damage. Oh nice, slight upgrade there. Rubbish. Oh no, wrong one. Upgrade. I've got a Mudsling. Don't. So I've got damage and building damage. And honestly, building damage is nice to have on range because they deal fuck all damage to buildings. Yeah, no, actually I might honestly just scrap that. I'm to the point where I'm just holding on to too much shit. Don't you hate that? Nice. Mostly cost reduction on everything there now. Fuck yeah, I knew there was a point to doing this in my Romans. This isn't going to be worth anything, it's going to be worse than any of the ones I've got. It's really, honestly, the fucking Ares training manuals I need. And I haven't gotten any of those. I haven't got any Master Assassin's gauntlets. Like all the pieces that I really wanted to pull in 400 Spartan large chests, I haven't actually ended up with any of. Damn it, game. Why have you got to do this to me? 14%. I got a 14.3 there, and that's like the only one of those I've got left, so... Honestly, the rest of this could just about go in the bin. Because, I mean... Oh yeah, another 14% increased health on my fucking buildings. Well, it's like, well... Actually, on those it's an upgrade on the Wall of the Titans. But on, say, Walls of Cerberus... Oh yeah, fucking 9% increased health, man. And some Pierce Armor. Fuck yeah, Pierce Armor. Yeah, fucking Pierce Armor, man. I just said fucking... Build... Range units still fuck all pierce damage to buildings, so... I mean, I can use that on my Wall of the Titans. Yeah, fucking Pierce Armor, bro. Yeah, fucking Pierce Armor. Yeah, cunt. Pierce Armor, cunt. Oh, yes. Alright, now I can actually... Might be better off doing this. Because like I said, fucking Pierce Armor, bro. Yeah, fucking Pierce Armor. Either that or I can actually make shit cheaper, and making shit cheaper is a worthwhile pursuit. So what have I got in my markets? Got more cost reduction than that anyway. Yeah, cost reduction on those. What was it that I had all the Titans? Fucking storehouses. Two all the Titans. My health roll on that's honestly pretty shit now, so... Alright, I think we can say all this is just going straight in the shit heap. Oh, Ramses. Don't know if I actually need any on this Civ, because I haven't got any junk soldiers gears. I might still have a junk soldiers gear or two on Persia, so, or Egypt, so I'll hold on to those. Alright, we'll wrap this up for the last section of dismantling. Or, actually, if I got the space, what I'll do is I'll jump back on Celts, make some more inventory space, then jump back on Romans and pull some more gear, just to hit 500 pieces, 500 bloody chests. I'm starting to run out of time. I was ideally hoping to get some PvP done this afternoon, and if I go for any more unboxing, I'm not going to have the time, which is going to suck. This actually ends up taking quite some time here. Oh, 62%. That might be higher. One of these might be 61%. Like, look at that, guys. Insane. 0.6% health upgrade on a building. It's a lot of range. But just the fact that it's got infantry bonus damage instead of crit for the third stat, it just sort of makes it pretty meh for a lot of... I mean, I suppose forts and towers, it's not bad. Like on buildings, it's probably good. On warships, it's okay. But at the same time, you are giving up crit, so general damage against everything, to get damage against infantry. Fuck it. I mean, an Eris range is never bad, so I guess I'm gonna do it. Like siege ships, and like, you know, the fact that the Aeneris is a combined siege ship and counter warship, they're a little bit OP. Having a bit more range on them really goes a long way. So we've got two shitty Wall of the Titans that can go straight in the bin there. Pofas are a really funny arrow, because I mean, on paper, oh wow, that's such sick stats. More counter cavalry damage and more flat damage than the other arrows, so I'd get those on my mounted archers. It's like, well, but in PvE you've sort of got to use one unit to do everything. Like, it's sort of the opposite philosophy with unit usage to PvP, where you know, mounted archers actually don't get used because they hit like a wet fucking noodle against everything nowadays. But when they had, like, I think it was one more base damage, they're the best unit in the game because they killed everything. But nowadays you use them purely as a specialist, and only bring them out in, like, say, Babylon versus Persia, and you really want to just play a super mobile mounted army. Pretty much all other situations, no one's going to do that. But in PvE, you want something that can actually help you take down buildings, help you take down infantry, ranged, villages, and other eco units, maybe even warships, if you've got to cross any rivers, depending on the quest. So you really want to build everything to be a great generalist, even if you are going to complement it with maybe one or two other unit types. And let's face it, most PvEers really actually like to play the disgustingly one unit centric compositions, just because it ends up being fun to actually navigate an army like that through a quest, because everything's you don't ever have to worry about incurring movement penalties, so having quick units travel with slow units, so everything travels at the speed of the slowest unit. You just sort of get shit done, you know. So you just sort of don't have to worry about optimizing your army movements, which is something that I think is more of a skill that attracts PvPers over PvEers. I'd much rather just sort of go, alright, well, I'm going mass immortals, or I'm going mass war elephants. Not necessarily saying one philosophy is better than the other. But yeah, that's just what I sort of gauge. What do you mean there's no fucking room? There's room! I'll tell you when there's no room. Hmm? If he blows that horn one more fucking time in the middle of the night, I will jump the fence and stick it up his ass. That's what I imagine that bloke with the horn has to put up with from his neighbours. They just don't understand his artistic freedoms, bro. That's all it is. Right, so what are we doing here? Putting all this in the bin. I mean the bank. I mean the vault. So what have we got here? Diamonds, honey, Truvius tools. What do we need? Gold. Gold's always good. Always good. Fox first, need those. Planks. I haven't got any bitumen this time. More leather, it seems to be pretty common for the things that I'm dismantling here. I probably won't bother actually carrying any more than 1,000 of the rare mats. I just don't want to sacrifice too much inventory space to the weaker crafting materials. I mean, they're not necessarily useless, but I mean, when you get to the stage where you're hoarding 1,000 of something, it's like, well, do I really need any more? You know, it's sort of like I'm acting in the game a way a rich person probably should in real life. You know what I mean? Nah. Rich people are alright. As long as they're paying for AoEO servers to stay up. Which I don't think they are. I think it's mostly uni students and fellas that drive fucking forklifts and tractors. So, That's right, I did the honey already. Did I do the white honey already? I thought I did. Bin. Get my obsidian blocks out. Yes, I did. Starting to go into a bit of a brain fog here. Been staring at the screen. Sorting out these fucking materials for too long now. I did take out my... Yeah, I did. So have a look. Tools. Got... Concrete was one of the last ones I think I had to do. Don't Archimedes tools. Yeah, so... Alright, well we'll fuck all this off. I won't worry about sorting out my inventory now because I'll be here for another 2 hours doing that if I start. Oh, that's right. I was going to check on Persia and see if I had that already. Because if I do, I'll probably auction it and make a pretty penny. Alright, let's have a look. Already invited Xerxes the Great, so... How much is it worth? What are you worth, son? My god. Some of these advisors are fucking cheap as chips at the moment. Veemund is actually one of the more expensive fucking advisors. Oh, I guess not, actually. Sobek's only one listing at 80k. But I mean, that's sort of inflated. If you've only got one listing, naturally it's going to be super high. Like, you know, there was only probably one Veemund listing 3 days ago, and that's listed at 90. And someone's come along and said, you know what, fuck it, I only want about 15k, so 13 will do me. Someone's gone along, oh, I'll just slightly undercut this fella. Same here with Sesostris. This is probably, you know, a week ago, and then fucking 4 days ago, then 3 days ago, then yesterday. Like, you know, pricing just happens to be a bit like that. Supply and demand, kids. Supply and demand. So, do I want to fuck off one of these and list it now? No, I guess I'll put it in the bank for now, because there's a chance that they might sell out. There might be a bit of a run on them, and I'll be able to make a fortune. And is it Persian? Oh, Tamina's Persian, isn't she? I'm pretty sure she's Persia exclusive. I'll look that up in a sec. I don't think I had any other Persia exclusives here. It'll be 2 sec. We'll consult the brain. AoEO item search. Enter. Thank you, Google. So we'll go Princess Tamina, where are advisors? Requires Persian. Yeah, alright. So sell her at some point. So that might also be a small breadwinner. We'll go through, we'll grab out all the... Well, we'll grab out all the Cav and religion. Just while I'm here, I might as well start cleaning up. I said I wasn't going to, but I might as fucking well make a little bit of space. Relieve a bit of that pressure. Religion, Cav, religion. Looks like it. Don't see any more horseshoes and any more staff icons. Oh, can I use my capital C? What do you fucking mean? Better use them all anyway, so. Yeah. A little bit there. To put on the marketplace. Facebook marketplace? Well, yeah, pretty much. But for nerds that play AoEO. Alright, we'll go to Tarsos. And yeah. In our bid to get some more crafting materials and burn through some Sparta points, 20k exactly. We've also got 55 tickets to our troubles. Still quite a way off being able to pick out arms branded arm guard. It's a weird piece, really, because I mean, I know it's got similar movement speed and slightly more damage, over the brisk boots, and I guess it's supposed to be the ranged unit complement to Barham's brisk boots, because you get the speed, you get some damage. There's no range increase, but the line of sight makes up for the fact that, you know, if you're building around range crit damage on every other piece for these units, you chuck this on at the end, and you've got the line of sight to actually make use of the increased range without having to bring a scouting unit with higher line of sight alongside the army of ranged units. So I guess that's sort of the intent with the branded arm guard. Best battle armor, that actually seems pretty solid, because there's not really any those light armors that have both health and damage, and also, well, I don't think any of them are also going to have speed. Beloved bow. It's an interesting set of stats on there. I mean, if you get that, you can really bring down your town center, your fortress, or your guard tower cost. Town center, fortress are also really going to benefit from the train and research rate. You could, in theory, actually really stack these on castellums, assuming you've got literal hundreds of millions of gold to burn, of coins to burn. Sorry, they could actually be quite good on castellum too, because reduced cost, increased train and research rate. Quite good stats there. But anyway, I'll get stuck into some PvP. I've been doing this for like an hour and a half. This unboxing. That's enough. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to do some PvP. In fact, I may even restart the game because I had enough of fucking out of sync errors costing me ELOs. I'll be back in a minute, guys.